Greetings, family. This is Bomani Tayamba, and I'm here with my wonderful sister, the positivity queen, Eve Sonika. How are you?
Greetings, everyone. We are back.
Yes, family. We just came back from our Ghana December 2019 Journey of a Lifetime. That was December 24th to January 4th, and everyone got back on the 5th. So that was a wonderful getaway. And my sister, you joined us for the first time. I remember last time you caught us at the end of the journey, but this time you joined us for the full journey. And just want to get your feedback as far as your experience as someone that's already been to Ghana and may not necessarily been to all the places that we have on the itinerary.
Absolutely. First of all, before I go any further, I must tell you, you did an absolutely amazing job. When I tell you it was absolutely fabulous, it was fabulous in every fashion. From the food, from the company, from the places, the information. It was so much love on this tour. I mean, I felt the family. It was just absolutely everything and more. And I humble myself and tell you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love greatness, and this man is full of it.
Well, appreciate you, sister. That's from, I always tell people that everything we do is straight up tactical, and you have to plan everything ahead of time. So here at Bomani Technology, we have, the highest technology of just, computer technology, softwares and things like that. And, and we just plan everything out. And we have that wonderful tour book, and everything is literally planned out in this book as far as your itinerary, your schedule, what you're doing. That way everybody that's in the flow of what we're doing, especially the tour members and the people that's working operations for us, they know what's going on. And all you have to do when you get up every day is follow the schedule.
Read the itinerary. It's there for a reason. It's one thing I will say, just for playing a role as far as just being able to sit back and relax and enjoy the tour. Ladies and gentlemen, we must read the itinerary. That makes everything go smoothly. When you read, you find so many incredible things. You won't have to say, what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the main thing. So I always tell people everything we do is on our website, Africa for the Africans.org. Once you go there and you go to the main menu, information about our Black Star Pan-African community, and then information about all the tours that we have, and all the schedules are out at least 1 year ahead of time. So literally, when we do conference calls, we go through these things, and then we edit the call and upload it, and give everybody enough information. So if you have 30 to 40 people, like people ask how you move 30 to 40 people around. Well, first of all, majority of people have to be clear about what we're doing.
Absolutely.
And that way you don't get left at the hotel, but times and everything are put together. So that so we take it serious because one of the things is that I'm always encouraging my brothers and sisters to do is to step their game up and be more organized and have things planned out and stop with the last minute rat race mentality. We already behind as a people, so we gotta step it up. So appreciate you acknowledging that, but I tell people we put a lot of work into it, and it's not just
it's not as easy as it appears. You make it appear like everything is just planned out, everything's just running smoothly. But as you're going through the flow and you're seeing things that are occurring, we on the outside have no idea. So what do you do to help to alleviate the stress or keep things going without everyone being made aware of the problems?
No, you talk directly to the people that you're dealing with. I don't do a bunch of middlemen, so all the people that I deal with, the transportation company and the tour guides, everything is just a direct communication. So if you have a problem, there's no bunch of people to go through. I'm one of the people that do not like bureaucracy. You know what I'm saying? Process after process after process of people are not clear about what bureaucracy is, or spinning around and going from left to right, back around, and not getting much accomplished. So you just talk directly to the source.
Yes.
And like I tell people, if you have any issues, don't complain to your tour members. Don't make a scene, because no one can help you. Just talk to those who are in charge. Me and my crew, and we fix it.
And everything does get fixed. I will say that. This was an incredible tour.
It's it's like like I tell people, when you think about like naval operations, like they can't just like make up stuff at the last minute. You out there, you get blown out the water. You know, everybody dies. You know, and it's like you literally have to take your logistics serious. You know, your bus, your movements, and those are the things that we provide for your family. Just and everyone who I work with, most of the people are the same people. So you're also trying to grow your brothers and sisters to take things to another level. You know, and you know, that's one thing that anyone been around me, you know, and say that, you know, it's all about us doing better and better and better and taking it to another level. If we're not working toward that, you know, then what are we working towards? So that's what you saw from the years and years of work of planning things out and making sure that we as a people get the best journey of a lifetime, the best connection to our ancestral land. A lot of times we don't have things set up or organized for us. Like you work at the airport, and I've been there too. It's like the most, you have like people from all the different parts of the world, race, color, everything. So, you know, but it's like, a lot of times, you know, we need to have our own space to be able to come together, network, be able to enjoy like social nightlife. Like one of my favorite things is, 'cause I tell people I work all the time here. I'm not out like at 6 o'clock, we're on lockdown. And I'm here working business here. So it's like when we get to Ghana, you know, everything is on the schedule is to show you around from morning to night. So if you have the energy, like you came out with us a few nights, and it's not like big partying where you just out 5, 6 o'clock, you know like you party in Miami or something. You know, we just socially go out, we talk, we connect, we network. You know, so the itinerary was created so we can connect and really just enjoy. So that's one thing I want, you know, people to really feel.
And you do feel it. I mean, it was absolutely, I think the first evening, the whole tour, we all were walking down the streets and just in harmony, just blending right in, and just the feeling of just, it's just us.
Just walking Africa in the nighttime, just going to our social.
You don't have to look over, you just us. It was just incredible. Like even from the youth to the elders, everyone was relaxed and you just really felt at home. Really.
Absolutely, family. This is a 12-day itinerary, 10 days in country. You know, so you know, so you know, when you look at these schedules, man, say there's no way we can do all of that. Trust me, I've done even more complex schedule. 3 countries. You know, 14-day itinerary.
Yeah, that's true. When you're focused, you'd be amazed with things you can get accomplished.
Yeah, but remember, we have to learn to plan ahead and be organized. So when you're dealing with us as an operation, and then also my sister, you know, you're ready to take folks to Ghana, and I've been always telling you that all you just got to do is do it. So you know, you wrote the itinerary and you made your changes, and as you see, once you start writing schedules, it's just basically planning one day at a time, the next day, and everything.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm so elated. I'm just like super excited. I'm gonna take everyone back to Ghana, Queen of Africa, and we're gonna get it in. I'm bringing a special guest, my forever ever Miss Kenya Kicks. She's gonna do one night of comedy. So I think that's the little spin that I'm gonna add on it is when we do that nightlife journey, I'm gonna give them some comedy on this tour anyway, and I think they'll like that because I think one thing that I really love and respect, I enjoyed the spirituality we got. I enjoyed the fun, the nightlife that we got, and I'm truly grateful. I'm grateful for the opportunity of participating in your tours and meeting a great group of people who turned out to be really nice new family. You know?
And no one was complaining or beefing about anything. So it was like the last 2 tours I had, South Africa November and Ghana December, perfect, because a lot of times you usually have 1 or 2 people, and I'm like, how did they get on the trip? You know, it's you don't want exactly. Last was perfect. It's like, you know, you just, you know, when you have people, you know, in a good flow of energy, you know, you don't want that one bad apple to ruin a moment.
Absolutely.
You know, because you know it's kind of like, you know when people say that you blow, you know, don't blow my high. You know, when you just on that level of high and you're having a great time in Africa, last thing you want to hear is somebody complain about something that's not really a complaint, because. I mean, I tell people I was there with you. That's like I was there with other people I experienced, and I was like, I'm there on a journey too. And I was like, you know, I don't see nothing to complain about, but you gotta not have a bunch of expectations. You know, the Senegal and the Gambia tour, the South Africa tour is 4-star lodging, 4-star hotels. In Ghana, it's a different itinerary. It's like real roots and culture, black hotels, and and the Michelin, especially one in Kumasi, is very nice. But we have bed and breakfast spots like One Africa and the Carrick Hotel. So you're not at Coconut Grove, and so you just tell people, literally, just come there and just enjoy it. And once you experience it, as you see when you come back, you're like, wow, it just really brings you closer
to home.
So
definitely.
Anyone that's trying to do these journeys, like yourself, you was like, you want to do these journeys, and try to set one up for you, and I guess it was like you get a little cold feet, but it's like, come and experience the journey.
You have to.
And I'm one of them people that my brother's keeper, and I'm always trying to share information. I do a lot of technology and a lot of business, and at no point I'm ever not like in training mode. Like when I'm talking to you all stuff about when we're gonna start, I was like, we've been started like a long time ago. I was like, we never stop, because everything we're doing, from the camcorder setup to the lights to everything,
absolutely,
logo, branding, to all of the files, the presentation.
Yes.
And we need more people to put that work in, to connect with our people to Africa, and not just look at, oh my God, this is the way I can make some money. I mean, whenever you're in business, you put that work in, the money is gonna come.
Absolutely. And you're doing what you love.
Yeah. So the main thing is to perfect it.
Absolutely.
And put that time in.
And I'm ready. That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm like this.
But I'm also saying for some of our other folks, because I've had a few people who said they wanted to do some of these things, and basically when I talk to them, and it's like, they realized, I was like, that's a lot of work. I was like, everything's a lot of work. For me, it's better to get into a business where it's more complex, and then you have to like, study and step your game up.
But if you're loving it, then even though it may be your work, it's a work that you love to do. So, and you're gonna grow. So if it's something out there that you really like doing, and you're not doing it because of fear, because of doubt, like I was, because of fear, because of doubt, or because you were just afraid to take that step and walk out there. You have two examples sitting right here in front of you. This gentleman walked out on faith, and he's doing
walked out on faith.
Well, they were thrown out, walked out, forced out, however way you want to say it. But you didn't go back, and you continue to do it your way.
You're talking about my last years on the plantation, on the plantation. Yeah, it's not walking out on faith. It's kind of like it was a long plan. That was a long plan. It was like a long plan. It's like when you're making the money in the plantation, that's when you start doing your business. Folks, wait till they get fired or wait till things go wrong.
It's too late. You gotta build.
You put that work in, because you can't work anywhere forever. But the ideal thing I would love to see more of us do is family business. Tourism is like one of the best business. Like we have the best countries for tourism, but then you see who running tourism. Usually, it's some, usually it's white-owned companies. Especially like you go to South Africa, that's dominating the market. So I tell people, I was like, yo, you better,
create your own way.
The world we live in is competitive. It's like, and trust me, when you put the work in and study, and especially since we have computer technology, like you was asking me about a website. He was like, how did you do this? I was like, I sat here and read the manuals and followed directions and learned how to do those things. But then, I guess the advantage I have is, I come from a military technical background as far as being an aircraft technician, and a civilian aircraft technician, and you're doing the work you do is like literally like when people tell you that everything is in a book, that was beaten in my head. Everything is in a book, because the people who create any kind of technology, whether it's computers, phones, they write their manuals of what is how everything operates and so on. So you as a technical person, you read and you study and you learn those things. That's why I tell folks, like, don't let these people recruit you into their military to go shoot nobody, or go make sure you learn something. Absolutely.
Book and create something from whatever it is you are learning.
Yeah. So just like you go out there for careers and things, learn things that's gonna elevate and advance your mind. So when we do tourism, it's just a lot goes into it, but it's a market that we as a people can really get more into. And from there, because I'll tell you about the next set of moves we're making is real estate developments. We have that land, the Pan-African community, and then
absolutely,
and then building more connections with the chief.
People get excited and they're like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me I could buy me a plot of land for $2,500? Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing of it is like
a great investment.
Working tourism and going to the country and seeing different parts of the country and building connections with real people.
Yes.
It opens up the door for more things. So now we can think about doing tourism, but also we can think about doing real estate development. The beach is right there, and I want to be able to be people representation to get whatever projects worked out in the long run once we prove that we can build the 15-acre community. Because a lot of times, we have to just really prove ourselves, because so much of us have talked so much stuff. Like these folks that say about Garveytown, they use Marcus Garvey name, that they build a community, but it's like when the money gets to them and it's time to do the work and set things up, then people just, it's like you gotta follow through. You know what I'm saying? You gotta follow through and be able to manage and organize your money. And I mentioned that operation, but it's no different from the typical us sometimes. Like I was telling people about another project called Fiancra, and I'm gonna call these two people out all the time, Garveytown and Fiancra, because it's the greatest unorganized mismanagement operation. You're trying to tell our people that you're gonna build a community for them, but but the basic foundations of business, you're not perfecting, communicating, definitely, receipts, organizing the money, making sure things get taken care of. Like you was on a trip with us, and everything was paid for ahead of time. Everything was taken care of. There was no disputes with bills. No, I owe you later. Everybody got taken care of. All this, and that's what we have to do. So when we see people like that, we have to use them as an example. Say that we can't do this because we may not always get these chances and opportunities to prove and deliver things to our people. And that's why when you went on the journey for Lifetime, it's like it's showtime. It's time for us to step our game up and like execute this. People pay their money up front, and people did what you asked them to do. Absolutely. And they show up in the country. Now you have to execute. So the rest of our folks' family, and we have to shut down these fake people who talk all this stuff and don't represent and follow through, because at the end of the day, people around the world hear it, and that's why when we spoke to the chief, he said once you get things going on this 15 acres of land, then we can do some more business with you. But to be like Garveytown, get like 300 acres, and then 15 years later just be like dumb, deaf, and blind and stupid, and it's like it's just unacceptable. So that's why we have to take these people to court, and and that's why I love lawyers and law, because people need to be accountable, and that's what we are. And so yes, this business is complex and everything, and it deals with a lot of things that can go wrong, but you have to stay on top of things. And a lot of times, like I said, we try and do last minute things and trying to run around, like chasing our tail. We have to stop all of that. So, so this Africa for the Africans family, it represents us as elevating ourselves to a higher level. And my sister and other people that's going to be doing this business, we want you to focus on that.
Focus
and put that work in. Just like you, we don't make no excuse to make sure that we're on that job on time, because we know what's going to happen if we get a few different back-to-back lateness. They call it occurrences. You're out of here. So just like how we take other folks' work and business serious, let's take our own serious and build this nations of business enterprises and everything. So that's where we at, family.
Well said.
We talk about taking it to that next level, and like. When we do tourism, this is the book that we give you. We don't just give you a flimsy piece of paper and say this is your schedule at 10 hours. We give you a real book with investment information and things like that. So this, not just patting ourselves on the back, we're saying that, we put the work in and we feel proud that we're still here. This is the 13th anniversary of our, Africa for Africans, taking our brothers and sisters to the continent. 13 straight years, and this is coming up on my 16th year of traveling to Africa.
Wow.
March will be 16 years since I went to Senegal in March of 2004. It's all these dates, and a lot of times it's in my mind. But
congratulations.
It was something that changed my life. I literally went to Goree Island and I had this nightmares about what happened to ancestors, because I was like, how did I not notice it? Why weren't we taught what happened to our ancestors, and not just told that our folks sold us into slavery and then that was it.
Wow.
And so
and that I must say I agree, because when I first went to Johannesburg and back in 2013, ever since I touched down, I think my whole life and concept of thinking was like, oh my God, I gotta get back to Africa, and I gotta bring as many people as possible.
There you go.
I gotta get that. That was like my mission. My mission was just to connect my African Americans, my Caribbean people in Africa, like we are one. And that's what my goal is, and that's what we're about to just continue to do. We're doing it, like you said.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm gonna do. But I'm taking it to another level every day.
Every day is an action day, and you're literally doing certain things. Like I tell, that's why I'm not on YouTube. When you just see highlight videos because
you're not on YouTube. I'm on YouTube.
No, I'm not on
Queen
YouTube.
Of Africa.
I'm just saying we're not on YouTube like that where we just on there gossiping because you know.
We're about something.
We just literally show
change.
you all of the highlights in country. You know, most of the time I'm buying a camera, but we're showing you what we're doing and working on, and it's about being practical, and it's about just representing. So we want to be that example for us in the 2020 and go on, that is all about black empowerment and us taking it to that level and taking over and getting back to where we need to be at, to where we don't have to where whenever our brothers and sisters come to us, we can actually offer them jobs. Like when we build these enterprises in Africa, I'm gonna tell folks, if you want some work, come to Ghana, come to wherever different countries we're gonna be at and establish. Because right now, literally, it's like we have a great opportunity. So I tell folks, like, don't just come for 2019 year return and party and Afrochella and enjoy everything.
Awakening.
You can enjoy that, absolutely, but make sure you get into business, make sure you know about what's going on, because if we don't invest in our continent, other people will, and they'll do the same thing as like what I was saying when we first left from Jamaica in '88 and came to New York, and I was like, yo, everybody own everything except for black folks. And you're a child, but you see that. You go to the Chinese man, everything's over here, the Italian, the French, the European Jews. And it's like, where's this us? So it's like, when I hear about when I learn about Marcus Garvey and, we learn about Africa, the Africans, it's like, it's like, that's why I tell people, don't use Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, or any of our historic revolutions name in vain. If you're gonna put the name in your business organization or your bank account or anything, you better do that work, because we're gonna shut you down, and ancestors are rolling over their grave whenever people hear about Garvey Town, because he's like, Marcus Garvey's about organization, Malcolm X, anyone, you name the names that we talk about, and it's like, we don't have to do the same things that they did, but we have to take things to the next level. It's kind of like continuing a certain movement. That's what we're doing. And that's why I talk about. And that's what we are doing. Yeah, family legacy. So you build a business in tourism, real estate development. You're not just trying to sell that business off to some white person. You're trying to keep that business in family and expand. And we're really talking about business development, family, because that's where it has to be. It's and I think someone was asking me about coming to a certain country in Africa, and I said, family, I don't just get up and get on planes and just go anywhere just to go anywhere. You know what I mean? Yes. When we're there in Ghana, you saw what I did. I took everyone to land, and we did a business conference, and we did a whole lot of networking. But it's like it has to be fruitful, and that's what I want us to really just focus on.
Well, you're going to definitely get some of that to take this tour. I'm telling you. And the next tour to Ghana is going to be May 2020. Come on. Go to www.africafortheafricans.org. This is the man that's going to get you there and take you to the next level. Come and invest.
Yes, family. So the tours we have is Ghana in May and December. So we have I've grown it to where it works good in those two different time frame. Then Senegal is April, along with the Gambia. 5 days in Senegal, 3 days in Gambia. Then South Africa we have for November. So all the dates, all the details, because we want people to be clear on information, is on our website, africafortheafricans.org. So family, this once again, it's that 13th year anniversary, and we're gonna use that foundation to build on and keep a legacy going. And we're gonna conglomerate, because it's when you trying to really take it to that level, you need other people focused. So yourself and a few other people that we can all come together and be a community of business, enterprising.
We won. Let's do it.
So family, that land also is for that right there. So wish us the best, and don't wish us the best. Come and participate. Don't just stand on the sidelines.
That's
and everything.
Right.
Join us in the movement and the connection to Africa. And even if you're not traveling or coming with us, make sure that you connect with connect with the best of us.
Absolutely.
And if people don't put the work in to be the best, then Yeah,
you're suffering.
You shouldn't mess with them, right? Like you said, you want to mess with the best, right?
That's only the greatest. Surround yourself with nothing but the greatest, and always rock with the best. If I'm around it, you know it's the best. And just for my jeweler today, thank you for my love girl, my love what is it? My rose quartz. Thank you. I love you, Bobby.
That's what's up. Anything else you want to share with our folks, our family that's looking to travel to Africa?
Just to be amazing. Come. Make sure you check out www.africafortheafricans.org. This is the man of the hour that's going to take you to the journey of your lifetime. I trust him. And if me, the queen of Africa, the positivity queen, can hang out with him, trust me, you can. So he's the best. Only surround yourself with greatness. Come on, check it out.
Absolutely, family. She you know, as you can see, she's here live, vibrant, and breathing. She made it back safe, no scars, no nothing, and all other crazy things that people think may happen to us. Like, we got you. You notice the bus pulled up, got us in the airport, and took us around the country.
I didn't have any doubt.
And dropped us off. And the whole time,
I always surround myself, but those are for the non-sayers that thought it was gonna be something like. People think you go in the huts, and well, we did go to our chalets, but you have to come and see.
Yeah, it's a safe journey, family. We have security. We have good people watching our back, and most of the people we deal with are literally people we have dealt with
ceremony, shopping, like we did it all. Good food. History lessons. I didn't even tell him about W.B.E. Du Bois. Like, that was one thing I've all the times I've ever gone to Ghana.
Wow, you never been there?
Never been there.
That's why you should come on tours, family.
A must. It's like living in New York City.
So what happened?
You don't go to the Statue of Liberty. You know, it's like something.
So what happened? You've been to Ghana so many times, like several times.
We're gonna tell him what I learned. One thing that I learned is that his ashes is still there. I thought it was in New York City all this time, like in Harlem somewhere, but it's in Ghana. Like, wow. It was just, it's a lot to learn. You find out about all the freedom fighters. Like, it was awesome. That tour was really, really nice. You really raised the bar, so I have a lot.
And very educational.
Absolutely.
One thing about when you go with us, like I said, you're gonna learn a whole lot. You're gonna
They think it's a game.
Some people, I brought people there. They was like, we didn't know this existed. I was like, yeah, there's a lot of things we're not gonna know because it's like, is this some kind of secret? Like, if you read a book, you're gonna find out.
It's more than just the dungeons, and the dungeons are like the most incredible thing about Ghana. But then I was like, whoa! Don't tell them everything that happens on the
the good thing about it, everything is recorded, so it's like and the reason for that
is come
and it's not everything. It's literally highlights, but things are recorded so people can literally like right now if you go on my YouTube page and you go to playlist. You see a whole playlist of different tours where you see like one Ghana tour has like 150 videos, and it's like it's like when people talk about series, that's like you're seeing a highlight of a whole lot. Yeah. So that and you don't have to watch all of them. You can do what you want to do, but it's like
just gonna keep it simple.
We're literally showing you everything that's going on, so you can know that way you don't.
It's not a game.
Because some people have some itineraries that I question. I'm like. It's like like you see these figures $4,000 or $5,000, and you look at that itinerary, it's like, what? We literally work for you.
W.B.E. Du Bois.
Well, people are gonna include some of the basic stuff, but as you can see, we go beyond just the basic.
Absolutely.
So that's why there's highlights of everything that we do on tour, so you can see it, and that's why the itinerary is laid out. But family, enough said, man. My sister, you're awesome, and literally appreciate your energy. And seeing is believing.
Absolutely. And experience is the best gift of life.
There you go. So experience Africa with us and join the movement and the energy of Black Power nation building in Africa. All right, so family, we keep it strong.
Good one.